What's up guys, MegaDPAL here, and I'm bringing another Pokemon X and Pokemon Y Wi-Fi battle for you guys today. So today I'm against pkdj, aka Breeder Gang Bossman, all that good stuff. And this was a battle we had a long time ago, a pretty good battle, and incidentally it was our first ever battle on 6th Gen. So I wanted to bring this guys, and I'm pretty sure he's looking forward to seeing it himself. Also, if you want to check out some dope chill narrations, definitely go check him out. His channel link will be down in the description bar below, and who knows, you may even learn something. So getting on to the battle. Looking at team preview, I run this team. I've ran it quite a lot and uploaded quite a few battles using it. I do have some new ideas I want to implement in the team to try and make it a little bit better, but that's for a different video. And look at my opponent's team, he's definitely running a lot of annoying threats. The two threats I noticed immediately, just because they are always threatening every time I play them, and that is in fact his Suicune and his Whimsicott. So I definitely need to play around them, particularly as Suicune is going to be a huge threat to my team. And also I need to watch out for his Salamence. So let's just get straight on into the battle, shall we? So before I start, I'd just like to quickly explain that I have sped this video up a whole lot, particularly in certain places, just because the video length is quite long, so I wanted to shorten it down, which I'm sure you guys will appreciate. But either way, I'm going to lead off with my Talonflames, he leads out with a Mienshao. Right off the bat, he's going to go for the Fake Out turn 1, revealing that he's not Scarf and that is in fact the Life Orb variant. However, I am Choice Banded Talonflame, I'm just going to go straight for that Brave Bird, that safe Brave Bird, lock myself into that and take out the Mienshao, which is pretty nice, except the real cool damage after the fake out damage is going to put me into the range where I cannot live a Stealth Rock entry. So that's exactly why I was going to go out into Heatran now, knowing full well I'm locked into the Brave Bird. Just use this time to set up his rocks. I kind of want to predict this and go into my Lucario, however I do predict it and go into my Rotom Wash, just because I didn't want to predict Lucario and go for the Lava Plume, as my Lucario is a problem to his team. So either way, I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch now. It is my safest play, because if he does stay in, then I know he's going to go for that Toxic, and if he does switch, I do get the initiative. So predicting Toxic, I'm going to bring in my Steel type on his Fire type, and force a whole lot of offensive pressure onto my opponent right now, as it doesn't have too much that wants to take a close combat. A Life Orb style close combat from my Lucario. It does, however, have this thing is a Whimsicott, which is obviously a Fairy type. However, it's not going to appreciate too much. As you are going to see, it does just under 50%, I would say, which is a nice bit of damage coming from my Lucario. So I don't want to play around with this Whimsicott shenanigans, and I don't want to be potentially stun spored. So I'm going to switch on out of there, go out into my Garchomp, I do believe, because I'm pretty sure he's actually going to go for the Encore. I guess predicting me to potentially set up, which would have been a nice play, incidentally. But either I'm just going to go out into my Garchomp like I did mention, and this is my legendary mixed Megachomp, which I ran a whole lot, and I've brought a whole lot of videos using this, I should say. So this is nothing new to you guys, but once again I am using it. So I'm just going to go for that Mega Evolution, go for that Fire Blast. I have sped this part up just a bit because Suicune is out, and every time Suicune is out the battle obviously gets a little bit longer. So I go for Fire Blast, as I'm pretty sure I predicted that. But either way, I'm just going to go for that Draco Meteor the second turn, and I do miss incidentally, and this miss is crucial because had I hit, it would have put into the range where my Garchomp would have been able to take it out with the EQ, or my Lucario with a close combat. However, that's not going to be the case. I'm forced to go into my Rotom now just to take the Scald. It gets the burn, therefore the Scald and the burn damage racking up on my Rotom is obviously going to rack up, and obviously this is bad for me because he does have a Salamence on his side, which I needed my Rotom Wash health there to take on that Salamence one-on-one. But now he's going to start to set up Calm Minds as I just go for that Volt Switch, just get a bit more chip damage off on this thing, and then go out into my Lucario just to set up a Swords Dance to the point where I can actually take out this thing with a close combat. So that's my plan at this point. So I'm just going to go for ST. He's hacked me twice with the Draco Miss and the Scald Burn. I'm hoping he doesn't get the third Scald Burn, the third hacks being the Scald Burn, but it doesn't, as you can see. So I can just go straight for that close combat now. He's going to switch. He's actually going to go out into his Tornadus just as Death Fodder, which is a smart play by him because it will obviously rack up more Life Orb Recall on my Lucario, which is pretty good for him. So what he's going to do now is continue to that. He's going to go out into his Whimsicott, force me just to go for the E-Speed and take out his Whimsicott at this point. Once again racking up more Life Orb Recoil. So down goes this thing, which is nice. And I believe he's going to go out into his Salamence now, this huge threat. But here I do know he's going to bait me to go for the E-Speed and go out into his Heatran, sorry. So I'm going to predict that. Make the double, go out into my Rotom Wash. I could have gone for the close combat, But at the same time, I wanted to keep my Lucario around to potentially get off an E-Speed on his Salamence. So this is unfortunate for me because even though it does look like I have the better matchup, because of my Rotom Wash's HP, I probably should have gone for the Pain Split turn 1 just to get a bit of HP back. And then potentially gone out into my Garchomp and gone for the EQ and take this thing out. But I actually decided to stay in with my my Rotom Wash at this point. Just because I kind of wanted to keep my Garchomp to take out his Suicune, because that thing is still a problem and it's still around, despite it should not be. But either way, he's going to go for the Lava Plume Protect, as I go for some Hydro Pumps and some Pain Splits. That's why I sped this part up, because it does get a bit staller. Here I do know that he is in fact obviously just firing off his Heatran. But fortunately for me, I'm going to force fire off my own Rotom Wash at this point. And that'll allow me to have pretty much nothing to take on his Salamence one-on-one. So I have to play around, potentially confusing it, or E-Speed. But either way, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump now. I do miss, and it goes for Lava Plume. Lava Plume's not going to take me out, but the Burn will after the leftovers. So that's nice for him. And again, unfortunate for me, is down goes my Rotom Wash. This does, however, give me a free switch into my Mega Chomp. And I'm just going to go straight for Earthquakes. Like I said, I do know it's firing off his Heatran at this point. It's done its job. It's got up its rocks. Taken down my Talonflame and stored out my Rotom Wash. So down goes the Heatran to the Earthquake. This does, however, give him a free switch into his Salamence. I kind of make a bad play here, but then again, looking back on it, I was predicting to go for the Dragon Claw, so therefore I got into my Tyranitar. It does actually go for the Outrage. I'm not too sure if my Tyranitar can live a +1 Outrage. So looking back at it, what I should have done was go straight out into my Talonflame, sack that thing, then go out into my, see what it locks himself into, then go out into the appropriate Pokemon, which in this case would be my Tyranitar, knowing full well he cannot take me out with an Outrage, and go for a Stone Edge or something from there, or force him out, but that's not going to be the case. It goes Outrage now, and now I'm going to go out into my Talonflame just to die to the rocks, just to get the confusion on this thing, and then play around it. So what I'm going to do now is go out into my Latias now, I do believe, and it was kind of pointless for me going for the Defog. My Talonflame is down. My Lucario can obviously live another Stealth Rock entry, however it will of course die to Life Orb Recoil. So I'm going to predict the Suicune and actually make the double go into my Garchomp, because the Sand is still up, and I do know a Sand Force boosted Earthquake will do a whole lot to this Suicune, put it into the range where a Draco Meteor will definitely take it out. So that's the plan going forward from now. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, just go straight for Earthquake. Still trying to take out a Suicune, which should have been gone a long time ago, but unfortunately isn't, and is going to go for that Scald. Once again gets a burn, not too much of a problem, just because I am mixed like I have mentioned, and I can just go for the Draco and take this thing out. So that's what I'm going to do now, as I believe after I take out this Suicune with a Draco Meteor, this will bring him down to his last, which is his Salamence. So finally I'm able to take down the Suicune. But however, this gives him the free switch into his Salamence, the Scarf, Moximents, and I believe I have 4 Pokemon left, but I'm pretty much going to get swept up by his late game sweeper, living up to his name, because he can just go straight for the Dragon Claw. He's running both Dragon Claw and Outrage, which is rather unfortunate for me. Had he been running Outrage, he could potentially hit himself in confusion. But I just go into my Lucario. Sorry, only running Outrage and not the Dragon Claw, then he could potentially hit himself in confusion. But I just go into my Lucario, go for E-Speed, try and get as much damage as I can. But yeah, like I said, he's late game sweeper, living up to his name, and he's just going to be able to wipe out my last 4 guys. My Lucario, Garchomp, Latias, and Tyranitar. So had I taken out the Suicune earlier, then I would have my Rotom Wash, healthier range of HP to take out his, would potentially burn his Salamence, but that's not going to be the case. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for more. Thank you guys for watching, I'll see you guys next time.